fundamentally, what we have to do is break the cloud up into chunks that underpin business value. And I think this is sort of page one of the FinOps Foundation. Understanding the business value of the cloud, but it's actually quite a simple task in execution. But it can be quite a challenging task in kind of design.
Well, a very simple version of that, in my mind, keep me honest here, correct me if I'm wrong, would be a retail website has a cost for running the checkout process, right? Now, that's a non-negotiable part of running a retail website. You have to have a checkout and you're collecting money. And you can figure out then that every transaction costs me 1 cent, 10 cents, $1, whatever that number is. The second round of that then is something is helping me drive more traffic or more repeat purchases or something like that on my website. So for example, we've all seen them before. If you like this handbag, perhaps you'll like these shoes, right? A recommendation engine that says other customers that bought this would buy that. And then by taking the price of our recommendation engine and comparing it with our increase or decrease in sales, we can figure out whether that is a good thing. And based on the business outcome there, we can figure out whether it's a good thing for our business.
The thing about the checkout process is that might get invoked more often depending on what you sell, right? So that's one particular kind of scaling factor that you might have to consider, right? So the other scaling factor you might think of is the number of customers. Now you could look at that. These are effectively, these things are unit economics, and they're both different unit economics, but you're applying them to the same cost, which actually makes sense. Because if I think about my overall cost, I can divide my overall costs roughly by the number of users. Okay, so I have the users because they drive the activity. So I can say, for instance, that for this, the way I'm practicing my business right now, I have 10,000 users and it costs 10,000 customers. Sorry, and it costs me this much. If my, let's call them daily active, people doing stuff, my daily active users double, then there will be a rise in my costs, my cloud costs. If they double again, there should be a proportional rise on the last one.